Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back along to the Family Farm Me Simulation for the Nation. We're back, and we're just at the home farm at the moment, tidying up from the morning feed before we get ourselves out of here in the JCB. We're going to head to get that chicken muck spread that we were cutting in just the other day. It's a lovely sunny day again, actually. It looks very good, unlike yesterday when we did have that rain that was intermittently coming down, but we're looking good for today. So the hope is that we get that done. Well, we should get that all done today. We've got the spreader for until this time tomorrow. So if we really have to, I suppose we can try and get it wrapped up then. But I'd rather we didn't. Let's just say that much, because it will mean that we got a little bit to push a few other bits and pieces back, a few other jobs. But yeah, today now we're gonna head off, and we'll see how we get along here. Which unfortunately does mean that we're going to trundle our way down nice and slowly in the JCB. But what can you do? I've put the Massey down in the contractor's yard already. So that one is there ready and waiting for us. So that's good. And then yeah, we'll get this, we'll park this in the field, go and pull that round. See how we get on really. Now, like, if you didn't see the episode yesterday, I'd encourage you to go back, have a look at it. Where we were carting chicken muck from a local farm, a friend of ours actually. Eventually, once we got the old things, the old tractor and loader fired up, and yeah, it'll be it's going to be great for the land. We're going to plough it in eventually, probably in the autumn, where we'll see how that's looking, see how it's all coming together, and yeah, fingers crossed there. That should be looking very good indeed, and I'm hoping. I'm trying to get a hold of somebody who can come and drill some beet stubble for us soon, which will go actually into that field just behind the trees there. And the idea being that we can just get some stubble sugar beet in there, that we can, or some fodder beet really, that we can harvest and we can sell to some of the local cattle farmers around here, just to really help with their daily rationing. So that's going to be the plan. It's a nice little break crop as well in between spring barley, so we'll try and get that all going. But that is, yeah, I'm waiting for a phone call back about that one, and hopefully we, like I say, we'll get them all set up and away in the not too distant future. Otherwise it is just myself doing the land work at the moment as Dad continues to knock out the rest of the lambing. Another 25 since yesterday, which is great. Really should see us get through that last few. I think we're down to, I know what we're down to now, we're well over halfway, which is good. Another couple of days and we should hope, if we continue at this pace at least, we'll be into the stragglers, into those that really just don't want to hurry up and get going. So we'll see what that looks like. I do notice actually there is, I've got someone behind me, so we'll just pull in here. Let that car go by. You're welcome. No thank you wave, no beep, no nothing. Typical. And off we go. So yeah, we're looking forward to, haven't spread any muck for a while actually. We don't get quite a lot of it because we don't have any cattle in our yard. And when we have any lime or something, we get somebody else in to spread it on our behalf. So yeah, it's gonna be a nice little job to do. A great day for it as well, so looking forward to get out there. And we'll see. The muck spread is not the biggest in the world, but it'll surely get us through this one. So how have you been? I hope everything is well. What have you getting up to? Do let us know down below what you are working on, what you're driving as always. Big thank you to everyone who has given us some comments and feedback about this series. It's great that I can come back here while still collecting all of the footage and editing it for the channel. It's still getting time, like I said, to get some grafting on the farm here. That was close. Now to go outside that car. So as I mentioned, the tractor and spreader should just be in there still. There it is. We'll come back to that in just a moment. We'll take this into the field first. Oh, there's the big one. Happy days. Alright then, so as you can see, we've got quite a bit here. And we'll just leave this about there, I should imagine. That's going to be wonderful. Excellent stuff. Beautiful day here though, really is stunning. Now this will get spread onto here, we'll get this worked in as well, and then this is going to go into winter barley. So we've got a few months until we have to plant this and work it in, which would be good because it's going to give us enough time just to let it to kind of rot in a little bit. And then what we will do after that is just give it a good old working over on the surface, the top couple of inches. And that should see it kind of working very nicely indeed. And hopefully it gives a belting crop of winter barley. And there is our mare spreader on the back. And we'll get ourselves around and set, ready to go. It's not the quickest of jobs when you're doing it as a one-man team because you don't get too far on a single load and you gotta go back. Whereas if you have a bit bigger spreader and someone on the forklift all the time, you can really get a little bit more done. Yes, sorry. Alright, we'll get that lifted up. I think what we'll do is just swing that around about there as well. Perfect! Alright, so we'll get this filled up and then we're probably just going to start along that far side there. Now we might not have enough to do the entire field. We just did take enough because we didn't have to pay for this. We're just doing a favour for a friend really who could not get back into his pit for love nor money because it was so full. We'll see how we get on. There we go. And we'll get another couple in there. And what we get done will be great, and what we don't get done, well, if he has any more going spare, we can always take it and see how we get going. But like I say, not the end of the world if we don't. This is actually a really small little spreader. Is that full already? Just about, I guess. Alright, in the midst of the groans of the engines, we'll just jump over here. Okay. Now what we're gonna do, we'll split this up a little bit. Because we really want to be throwing this out towards the edge there. To kind of follow the drill lines that we've already got set up here. Alright, that's about us up to speed. Wonderful. We're not going to do it too quickly because, like I say, I just want to make sure we get a nice even spread on. And off we go. Might not even take us too long to get this all done, but hey, it's spreading and it's free fertilizer on the ground, which is always a good thing. Can never complain too much about that. It's gonna spread it quite far forward as well. It's not quite right in front of me. The tractor's gonna get covered. It's one of those jobs actually I find muck spreading very satisfying. I really, really do. Hopefully we'll have to get a lot more of this done in the future. I would love as well. I always wanted to have a couple of big muck spreaders and a good telehandler to have my own little kind of contracted fleet going there. Really, be a great little side business, but. I don't know. I mean, there's not at the moment here. A lot of the farmers in the area have their own little enterprises. Well, there's a big contractor not too far away, so not really the need there for us. But hey, you never know. Maybe one day. And what we are gonna do is just go back down this side. Excellent. Good stuff. So we have got the contracting gear back into the contractor shed where we just picked this tractor up from. It's all looking good. Gave the little loader a once over. Removed a few different bearings off it that we need to replace. They were a pain to try and order, but we've got some coming in. So hopefully they'll arrive sooner rather than later, and then we'll get that replaced. The mower's in tip-top shape, really is looking grand, and we'll be looking to get that on there we go, that's just done. We'll be looking to get that onto some of our contracts soon, if we do get those for the local borough council. We'll just have to watch the space on that front. And then after that it will be onto the hedge trimming really. Now the case itself, the 5150, isn't all bad. There's a few leaks here and there on it, which don't sound very good. The manifold looks like it's going to have a little bit of work on it at some stage as well. If we get all that done, it might be alright. But what I'm thinking, Dad tends to agree with me on this one as well, is that we just run it as it is. We'll take care of any of the maintenance and see how we get on with it for a year or so, because the idea is really that we're massive people really. We'd love to try and trade it in for a small Massey, a little bit newer Massey maybe, but for a starting machine, for that purpose, it'll be grand. It should be good. So we'll see how we get on there though, but we'll have to look into budgets and things like that to trade up the tractor again, because it'll fall out of line with the next tractor to be upgraded. So we will very much have to wait and see. Oh, it's probably going to be load bucket number 2 and load number 2. Nice and slow. Perfect, that'll do it. And off we go for load number 2. And we will get ourselves down that side to finish that half off, but first I think we'll just take another stab straight up the middle. It'll be interesting to see if we get half the field done as well, to have a little bit of an experiment to see how the yields vary with chicken muck, without chicken muck, that kind of thing. Something I'll definitely be looking to try and do. But for now, we'll just line up all there. There we go. It should be about us. Randomly good. Perfect. Grand stuff. And so that is pretty much going to be my day. Captaining this old beast here, we should get it through. Crop walking so far is looking pretty good as well. Had a little bit of walk through the spring barley that's coming through. The cover crop is not quite there. It's about to start to emerge in the next little while. Actually, next day or two we could be about there, so that'll be exciting. Elsewhere, once we get that done, we're going to be putting T3s on soon, maybe on the spring barley if it needs it, but it's really coming along in leaps and bounds. We're not going to have quite as much straw to sell this year, primarily because we're only got our 2 fields of spring barley rather than we usually have a good 100 acres or so to sell, so we're a little bit down, but I'm hoping that the contract business can help us just kind of get back on track with that one as well, so we'll have to wait and see. And now we're just going to join back up with where we finished down here. All done. It's going to be about here, it looks like. Excellent stuff. Pull in a little bit. Good. So, I mean, obviously we could be a little bit quicker if we spent a little bit more money and hired a bigger one of these big new rear discharge spreaders, but we didn't, so we'll just have to use what we've got now. And this one's dirt cheap to hire actually across a few days, so I'm cool with that. Not a problem, we'll just keep ourselves going. Not about there, I think. Excellent stuff. And we'll get a little bit of ground covered here. It's not a problem at all. And off on pass number 3. Does look like with the weather staying as it is, the grass is really starting to kick on there. I spoke to Dad. I think we're about 2 weeks away. He thinks closer to 3. We'll see who's going to be right though, but hopefully it'll be sooner than that. If we get with that rain we had yesterday and the good sunshine, warm weather we have today, it should really see the hay ground kick on a little bit. Which, if that's the case, we'll be getting the mower out of the shed pretty quickly and getting that all serviced up as well. So. That'll be pretty exciting to get done, but let's worry about that when we're all done here, I think, and then hopefully, like I say, that it'll allow us to get some grassland knocked down there, get spread around, and get on with the hay. Actually, it's something that we desperately need to do. I want to get it all stacked up in the shed. Before that, as well, I have to get the combine going. That old lady takes a little bit of sweetening up to get firing these days, so we'll have to see about that. But all these things can be taken care of and achieved. That one about there, and we're going to be pretty good. What I'm going to do is just fill this back up again. We'll leave it once more, and at that point in time, you know what, I think I'll probably just keep cracking along with this. Really, it's a short, sharp little episode here, just to fill you in on what's going on. I said I'll bring you along for the ride for the muck spread, and I didn't want to disappoint. So we'll get cracking. I do have the drone, so I'll send that up for the last few minutes there, just to kind of give you a bit of a bird's eye view, really, of what's going on, and we will see how we get going. So we'll leave it here for now. Thank you ever so much for watching. I do hope you have enjoyed. If you have and you've yet to do so, don't forget to hit that like button, smash the subscribe button for more from me, Simulation for the Nation, from the family farm and elsewhere. And we'll see you in the next one. Until then, have yourself a great day. Enjoy what you're doing as always. Hope you enjoy the time lapse, and we'll see you later on.